Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. Quick little update on the severe thunderstorm warning we currently have in effect for parts of the area. This is in parts of York and Chester County. This is pushing northeast at around 22 miles per hour. You can see the time of arrival should be in Rock Hill any minute now, if not already seen some of the rain. Fort Mill at 3:55, Pineville 4:02, Weddington 4:08, Matthews 4:15, and then Mint Hill around 4:20 this evening. So let me zoom in on this area because the part of the storm that we're most concerned about is actually pretty close to the northern sections of Chester County. I'm going to turn on the velocity data here, and there are some strong winds coming in there, maybe a little bit of hail. I'm going to look at a couple different swipes of the radar here. There is some weak mid-level rotation in there, so definitely producing some strong winds possibly, and some small hail. I've been looking at some of the hail data here, and I don't see a lot showing up there, but it really, to me, looks more like some strong winds embedded in that section just to the southwest. We'll zoom in of Rock Hill, kind of there just on Mobley Store Road, East Chappelle Road. This is pushing towards 121 and 739, heading towards Rock Hill. So if you're in Rock Hill right now, that's the area where we're likely going to see some really heavy rain here, and maybe some gusty winds. You're getting some really dark clouds out there right now as well, as I'm looking at the live pictures from our camera looking back towards parts of Gaston County. But you get the idea that that's the kind of track. So into southern Mecklenburg County, eventually probably going to move into western parts of Union County as well. I'm going to bring up our Rock Hill camera here real quickly as I'm talking to you, just to kind of show you what that looks like. And I'll pull up our Rock Hill camera from our Mr. Sparky Carolina Camera Network. You'll see that pop up here momentarily. So screen's black right now. So this is a view right now, live view down in Rock Hill. And again, this is looking off towards the south, maybe southeast a little bit. You can see some of the dark clouds. It does look like it's raining here at this location already, but doesn't look to be heavy downpours, none of the wind or lightning, but certainly rain. I can see the rain falling there in the foreground. Let me widen the camera or the view of the radar out a little bit here, just to show you where we are in response to other storms out there, because there just aren't a lot out there. The ones that are active are the ones closest to us. We do have some stronger storms up in Virginia and up towards Mount Airy. Also, a couple strong storms that are trying to develop in the foothills, but you get the general idea here. I'll loop this a couple of times. These have developed in the heating of the day, are all pushing off to the northeast at about the same speed, around 25 to 30 miles per hour. Now, even though there's not a severe thunderstorm warning for the northern part of the cell, all of this is moving into the metro Charlotte area here for the evening rush hour. So if I do a track on this whole cluster of storms off to the northeast, this will give you a pretty good idea on the movement. So heading into areas around Pineville, 4 o'clock, Charlotte, 4:05-ish, Cornelius, 4:05 as well. And again, this whole area is pushing northeast, kind of moving up I-85. But the worst of the weather, the reason the severe thunderstorm warning is currently out, is for this section just east of McConnell, southwest of Rock Hill. Let me turn on our storm reports here just to see if we've gotten any so far. We have not gotten any storm reports out of this cell yet. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some small hail reports come out of it in the next hour or so, because it does look like it is producing a little bit of hail. I'm going to take a look real quickly here off camera, just at some of the other parameters. Yeah, again, not getting any hail reports out of this cell just yet. I'm going to look at the parameters on this thing. Again, hail or wind is going to be the biggest issue. Not seeing any strong rotation in there. So this isn't going to be a tornado threat, at least right now. And the tornado setup is pretty low today. It's really going to be about straight line winds, if anything. Again, even our velocity data is not very high. So this is not what I would call an over-the-top severe thunderstorm warning. It's kind of marginal. But again, it is going to affect the evening commute here from Rock Hill up to areas around Lake Wylie, eventually Tega Cay, the Carowinds area. The Panhandle of Lancaster County technically should be in the warning as well, but that's a separate forecast office. So just treat that like you're under a warning as well. So think of South Ballantyne, eastern parts of Fort Mill, and the Indian Land area. Then eventually towards Pineville, Ballantyne, Weddington, Waxhaw, Matthews, Quail Hollow area, all the way over to almost Steel Creek that's the area being impacted. So that's the severe thunderstorm warning. It's up until 4:15. Of course, we're going to have complete coverage coming up at the top of the hour at 4 o'clock on WCNC. You can watch us on the app. You can watch us on air. You can watch us on the website. We'll be on at 4 o'clock, and we'll have complete coverage of these scattered storms. And get ready, because there are some big changes on the way, especially as we go into Friday and Saturday. Not only are we going to see more rain, but we are going to see very chilly temperatures. In fact, temperatures will likely be only in the 40s if we're lucky in many locations for the next couple of days. But some good news for Easter, of course. I'll be breaking that all down coming up today at 4 o'clock.